You're standing in your driveway right now. You've got a tube of toothpaste in one hand and an old toothbrush in the other. You're scrubbing your car's headlights like you're trying to remove hard water stains from bathroom tile. Why? Because a 60-second viral video promised you a showroom-ready car. And the crazy part is, for a minute, it actually looks like it worked. But here's the reality those videos don't show you. You didn't just fix your headlights, you just signed their death warrant. Stop wasting your time on internet hacks. Toothpaste, bug spray, WD-40, cheap polishing paste. These are not solutions, they are traps. At best, they give you the illusion of clarity for a couple of weeks, a temporary cosmetic band-aid. At worst, they aggressively strip away the absolute last microscopic layer of protection your headlights have left, leaving them fully exposed to the elements. Today, we are stopping the madness. We are going to look at the actual chemistry of why your headlights turn into that milky, opaque, yellow mess. And more importantly, I'm going to show you a professional-grade solution that costs under $8 and fixes the problem permanently. Let's start with a basic fact that the appliance and automotive industries know, but you might not. Your modern headlights are not made of glass. They are made of polycarbonate plastic, PC. It's an absolute engineering marvel. It is incredibly tough. It is remarkably lightweight. It's the exact same material used to build fighter jet canopies and bullet-resistant glass. It takes a daily beating from highway debris, freezing rain, road salt, and gravel kicked up by semi-trucks at 70 miles per hour, and it survives. But this tough-as-nails plastic has one massive inherent weakness. It absolutely hates the sun. It despises ultraviolet light. To stop the plastic from turning to chalk, the manufacturer applies a highly specialized UV-resistant hard coating at the factory. Think of it as heavy-duty industrial sunscreen. It takes the brunt of the solar radiation, so the vulnerable plastic underneath stays structurally sound and optically clear. Now, what happens when you grab that tube of toothpaste? Toothpaste is packed with mild abrasives like calcium carbonate. It's meant to scrub plaque off human enamel. When you rub it on your headlights, you're essentially taking a microscopic handful of gravel to a precision optical lens. Sure, it scrubs off the yellow, dead plastic on top. You get that instant dopamine hit of a job well done. But in the process, you're gouging the surface with countless tiny, jagged grooves. Worse, you're completely stripping away whatever scattered remnants of that factory UV coating were left. You leave the bare, raw plastic completely naked. Without its sunscreen, the degradation timeline doesn't just continue, it accelerates violently. Within weeks, the lens yellows deeper. It develops microscopic spiderweb cracks. The structural integrity fails. You polish it, it looks good for a week, and then it dies faster. It's a vicious, frustrating cycle. What about bug spray? You see the videos. Someone sprays heavy-duty DEET on the lens, wipes it once with a paper towel, and boom, crystal clear. It feels like pure magic. A brilliant life hack. It's not magic. It is severe chemical damage. DEET is an incredibly powerful solvent. You aren't cleaning the plastic, you're literally melting it. The top layer liquefies, temporarily smooths out the cloudy imperfections, and looks clear for a fleeting moment. But when that harsh solvent evaporates, the melted surface hardens unevenly. It leaves behind a sticky, chalky residue that looks like a frosted spiderweb. The chemical damage has now sunk deep into the plastic. The ruin is largely irreversible. And WD-40? Even worse. It's just penetrating petroleum solvents and lubricating oil filling in the microscopic scratches. It temporarily changes how light passes through the plastic, giving you a fake, oily clarity. The very next time it rains, or the next time you hit a car wash, the thin oily film washes completely away. The severe oxidation underneath is still there, looking worse than ever. On top of that, the sticky oil acts as a massive magnet for road dust. It traps the grime, bakes it into the lens under the sun, and accelerates the rot. All of these cheap solutions have one vital thing in common. They don't repair anything. They either mechanically scrape away vital material, or they chemically mask the problem for the length of a TikTok video. You might be asking, wait, why didn't cars from the 80s have yellow headlights? Because older cars used thick, heavy, sealed beam glass. Glass is chemically stable. The sun does absolutely nothing to it. But glass is heavy, it ruins fuel efficiency. You can't mold it into those sleek, aggressive aerodynamic shapes that define modern cars. Most importantly, in a collision, heavy glass explodes into lethal shrapnel, posing a severe hazard to pedestrians. So the industry switched to polycarbonate. It's featherlight and highly impact resistant. The unavoidable trade-off is that UV light breaks its molecular bonds. The radiation creates unstable free radicals that react aggressively with oxygen. That is the yellowing you see. The factory coating delays this inevitable process for about 5 years of outdoor exposure. But once that coating is breached, the naked plastic deteriorates rapidly. So, if aggressive sanding is bad and cheap internet hacks are garbage, what actually works? How do you fix it without spending $1,000 on brand new headlight assemblies? You don't just remove the damage, you actively rebuild the protection at a molecular level. The absolute most effective method available today is vapor restoration, also known as polycarbonate vapor coating. This isn't about endlessly grinding or furiously buffing the plastic until your shoulders give out. It is applied chemistry. You utilize a specially formulated chemical liquid heated in a specialized applicator cup. It produces a dense, heavy vapor. When this vapor touches the plastic, it slightly dissolves just the outermost microscopic microns of the polycarbonate. This controlled chemical reaction allows the surface material to instantly reflow. It perfectly smooths out the microscopic scratches to restore flawless, glass-like clarity. And as the surface resolidifies seconds later, it deposits proprietary UV-resistant compounds that bond deeply with the newly cured plastic. You're literally recreating a durable protective layer strikingly similar to the original baked-on factory coating. The result is stunning. A headlight that genuinely looks brand new and structurally stays that way for years. But here's the catch. Proper meticulous surface preparation is everything. This is the make or break stage where most people either succeed brilliantly or fail miserably. There are no shortcuts here. Step 1. Tape off your paint. Use high-quality automotive-grade masking tape around the headlights. Protect your chrome and rubber trim. Because if your hand slips while sanding, you will cut through your car's clear coat in a heartbeat and ruin the paint. Step 2. Wet sanding. This is the foundation of the entire repair. You need quality automotive sandpaper in progressive grits. 400, 600, 800, 1000, 1500, and finally 2000. Always sand with generous amounts of water mixed with a single drop of dish soap to provide lubrication. Start with the coarse 400 grit. Be brutal. Remove all the heavy, crusty oxidation and any stubborn remnants of the old factory coating. As you sand, you'll see a thick, yellow slurry washing away. That is the dead plastic leaving the lens. Keep going until the entire surface becomes uniformly matte, dull, and chalky white. If you see any glossy spots remaining, keep sanding. Step 3, the crosshatch technique. Meticulously move to the 600 grit, but explicitly sand in the opposite direction. If you sanded left to right before, sand up and down now. This allows you to visually confirm that you have fully removed the deeper scratches from the previous step. Patiently continue this alternating pattern through each subsequent grit. Your arm will ache, but by the time you reach the ultra-fine 2000 grit, the surface should feel incredibly smooth to the touch, like a wet pebble. It will look slightly translucent, like frosted bathroom glass. Step 4, the magic moment. Wash the lens thoroughly with clean water, dry it completely, bone dry. Even a single microscopic drop of moisture left behind will aggressively interfere with the chemical vapor, causing ugly streaks. Heat the blue fluid in the applicator cup until it produces a steady, wispy stream of chemical vapor from the nozzle. Hold the spout about an inch from the frosted surface and move steadily and deliberately, like you're spray painting a delicate model. Don't linger in one spot, or the plastic will overmelt and run. As the concentrated vapor passes over the heavily frosted headlight, you will witness a dramatic transformation. The cloudy surface will instantly melt into pure optical crystal clarity right before your eyes. It looks exactly like magic. It looks like a visual trick straight out of a video, but it's not. It is precise, highly controlled chemistry at work. Once the lens is complete, let the newly reformed surface cure completely undisturbed in a dry, dust-free environment for about 10 minutes. Absolutely no further polishing, buffing, or waxing is needed. You are done. By successfully rebuilding a bonded, UV-resistant layer into the plastic itself, you aren't just making it look pretty. You are actively preventing future degradation. For those willing to invest even more time and money, there's one alternative: applying a professional 2-component or 2K automotive clear coat loaded with heavy UV inhibitors. This offers massive protection, sometimes lasting up to 8 years. But it requires proper spray guns, a controlled environment, respirators, and significant painting skill to apply perfectly without it looking like the skin of an orange. Compared to that demanding process, vapor restoration strikes the absolute perfect balance. Very low cost of entry, a forgiving process, and remarkably long-lasting results. At the end of the day, properly maintaining your vehicle isn't about hunting for cheap shortcuts. It is not about chasing viral internet hacks that look good on camera but destroy your property in reality. It is about deeply understanding the engineering and the materials you're working with, and using proven methods that respect that science. Once you fully grasp exactly why polycarbonate fails under the sun and how to properly, molecularly restore it, you will never be fooled by a tube of toothpaste again. You won't just bring back the sleek, clean, aesthetic look of your car. You will fully restore the crucial visibility, the light output, and the essential safety those headlights are meant to provide. Because when you are driving 70 miles per hour on a dark, torrential, rainy night, temporary cosmetic band-aids don't matter. Seeing the road ahead is the only thing that does.